Hi, I'm Brie Larson, and this is my Wired Autocomplete interview. The 100th Wired Autocomplete interview. So this is the first time I've ever Googled myself. I didn't know it looked like this. Is Brie Larson? I feel like you don't need to Google this, by the way. Is Brie Larson a gamer? Great question. Duh. Is Brie Larson left-handed? Why do you need to know? I'm actually right-handed, kind of ambidextrous, and I, for Captain Marvel, learned how to fight on both sides so I could do regular and southpaw. Is Brie Larson... Well, that's awkward. Is Brie Larson Captain Marvel? I'm sorry that you have to Google that. I feel like the Disney execs are super bummed about that. Why is Brie Larson's costume green? Am I allowed to tell you that? I mean, it's kind of complicated. Like, don't you change your style as you grow and get older? It's like, whatever, man. It was the 90s. What do you want me to say? Where did Brie Larson grow up? I was born in Sacramento, but moved to Los Angeles when I was like 7 or 8, something like that. I don't really like it when people ask that question, like, where are you from? Because then I say Los Angeles, and they go, it's crazy you're from Los Angeles. No one's from Los Angeles. I'm like, oh, it's actually Sacramento. And they're like, no way, I'm from Sacramento. Where did you grow up? I grew up in, I'm like, I don't know Sacramento. And they're like, it's just hard, you know. Did Brie Larson go to, we're never gonna know, go to college? No! I almost walked into a buffet on the way here. It's a wonder that I even made it into this interview. Really, why didn't I go? How do I explain this? I'm just not that good at it. I love to learn, but I'm not good at sitting still. Does Brie Larson have siblings? Yes, I do. I have a younger sister. Does Brie Larson sing? Duh! Why'd you have to Google that? Doesn't everybody sing? Would Brie Larson work out? Like, hypothetically, would I at some point? Is that like a personal attack or something? Or is that a request? Do you think I should? Yeah, I work out a lot. Thanks for asking. Okay, I'll do this side. Brie Larson. I'm scared. Brie Larson. Dog. I'm confused. Are you asking if I have 2 dogs? Or is it just like dog, like Brie Larson? Dog. I have 2. I like dogs. Maybe it's because I'm severely allergic to cats that I've really taken to dogs as being like a dog person. Brie Larson Jeep. That kind of makes sense. I did push my trainer's Jeep for 60 seconds at a slight incline. So that was really cool. Brie Larson rock climbing. Yeah, it's more boulder climbing, indoor boulder climbing. Hoping to climb the Tetons in August with Jimmy and Alex from Free Solo. So training to do that right now. Brie Larson, Lady Gaga. I mean, I don't even know, like, why on earth would you Google that? Have I ever mentioned Lady Gaga? Is Lady Gaga talking about me? Is that why? She's never mentioned me. So I don't know why that's there. I feel like I need to do a Google of this Google. Who is Captain Marvel? Let's start at the beginning. Captain Marvel is a character that is now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I play her in the movie version of it. Her origin story is that she was a Air Force pilot, and something spectacular happened to her, and now she has superpowers. Who is Captain Marvel is kind of a controversial question. There's a lot of different versions of Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was actually in DC Comics. At one point was a dude, then became a woman, was wearing a leotard, had a sash, changed her costume, also had a mask, don't have the mask anymore. Helmet, no helmet, long hair, short hair, mohawk, a lot of different illustrators, made by women now, super badass. But, you know, it's really up to you to decide who is your Captain Marvel, but I know who mine is. Does Captain Marvel have a cat? Yes, kind of. Depends on if you're talking about the movie or the comics, but a cat is definitely involved. Chewie in the comics, Goose in the movie. Does Captain Marvel time travel? No, I don't time travel. I mean, I understand it's a little confusing with the time lapse, but like, she uses good skincare. Just don't worry about it. How Captain Marvel gets her powers. Can I say? No one from Marvel's here? Okay, great. Captain Marvel gets her powers from a crazy blast. But don't try to do that yourself. I've never tried, but I experienced it in the movie and it's not so nice. You're probably better off just like scooting around on the carpet and creating an electric charge and then shocking people. Safer. Can Captain Marvel beat Superman? I can't believe you even have to Google that. Duh. Brie Larson. Who does Brie Larson look like? I mean, why? Who is Brie Larson's stunt double? I have two, Renee Moneymaker and Joanna Bennett. So maybe that answers that question. How tall is Brie Larson? Like 5'8"-ish. 5'8.5", which is specific, but I'm really just gonna eke out everything I can. How old is Brie Larson's character in Room? Honestly, I feel like I should Google that. I don't know. I have no idea. Can Brie Larson speak French? This is something that is worth Googling because it's a little complicated and confusing. So my history with French is it was my first language when I was a child. My family is French Canadian. But by the time I was in like maybe first or second grade, I started speaking more English and it kind of died out. I've taken French a couple of times. I actually tried to take it in college, but then I didn't last very long in college, as we've discussed previously. But I keep trying. I keep getting like a Duolingo account and trying again. And sometimes in interviews, like yesterday, I had people speaking to me in French, and I was like, I'm going to do this. And then very quickly, I'm like, oh, I don't remember this. There's like certain things that I remember from my childhood. Like my stomach was upset the other day, and so I was remembering that. I was told that that was called balsur, which is like sour ball, sour stomach, sour ball in your stomach. I did actually Google that the other night, and it didn't pop up as that. So I'm not sure if I was learning some sort of slang French, but I'll get back on the French train soon. Now that I feel completely accosted by this Google search. Thank you, Wired, for this opportunity to Google myself for the first time. Y'all are crazy out there. But also, I just think it's weird that you even Google me in the first place. So, thanks.